Okay, so moving on, this could probably be the last lecture on this Ghatna Chakra notes of modern history. So, moving on from point number 45. So, September 1948, Operation Polo was conducted. Now, this Operation Polo, everyone knows that Operation Polo deals with the military action on Hyderabad. Operation Polo deals with the military action on Hyderabad, but exactly it occurred in September 1948. That is something tricky to remember, and the examination is about how much you can remember, especially this exam. So you have to remember September 1948, Operation Polo, military action on Hyderabad. That's how the Indian government got hold of Hyderabad. The Secretariat building of West Bengal, known as the Writers' Building, it is located in Kolkata and was architected by Thomas Lyon. It was originally constructed for junior servants or writers of the East India Company. Eiffel Tower got completed in 1885, same year Indian National Congress was formed, so that is something you can remember. 10 Downing Street is the address of the British Prime Minister, also known as the First Lord of Treasury. So British Prime Minister is also known as the First Lord of Treasury, and 10 Downing Street is the address of the British Prime Minister. Now 8th of September, talking about September 1948 was the month in which Operation Polo was conducted to annex the Hyderabad state through police action by the Government of India. Now 8th of September is the World Literacy Day, 16th of September is Ozone Day, that I know, and 16th of October is World Food Day, that also I know, and 16th of November is National Press Day. So National Press Day, 16th of November, and 8th of September is World Literacy Day. So I'm going to tell you once again, these are at an interval of one month. So 16th of September is Ozone Day, 16th of October is World Food Day, and 16th of November is World Press Day. Not World Press Day, it is National Press Day. And then 8th of September becomes the World Literacy Day. Then theory of dialectical materialism is of Marx, which states that slavery was the base of the ancient society, land was the base of the feudal society, and capital was the base of the middle class society. And this is how a material description of history was given by Marx through his theory of dialectical materialism. Slavery was the base of ancient society, land was the base of feudal society, which even holds true till now, and capital was the base of middle class society. Now Valentine Day is celebrated in martyrdom of 3 Christian saints of Rome, Turkey and Africa. So Rome, Turkey and Africa, the 3 saints were from Rome, Africa and Turkey, right? You don't need to remember their names, just remember that martyrdom of these 3 Christian saints is celebrated as the Valentine Day. Now national anthem was adopted on 24th of January 1950. However, national flag was adopted on 22nd of July 1946. So one striking point to note here is that the national flag was adopted even before the India got independence. So national flag was adopted pre-independence, whereas national anthem was adopted post-independence on 24th of January 1950. The Constitution of India was adopted on 26th of November 1949. However, it was enforced on all of India, I think, from 1950, 26th of January 1950. So that also you should remember. 11th of July is World Population Day, and 29th of August is National Sports Day. 16th of December 1971 is Indo-Pakistan War for liberation of Bangladesh. So approximately, so this incident took place on 16th of December 1971. That is Indo-Pakistan War for the liberation of Pakistan. If we move approximately 20 years, 10 days ahead, we will reach 1991, and 26th of December 1991, that's when the Soviets disintegrated into 15 countries along with Russia. World War II started on 1st of September 1939. 1st of September 1939, and the first American president, George Washington. The only American president who resigned was Nixon. Bishop Tutu, renowned for anti-racism movement worldwide in the 80s. He was given Nobel and Gandhi Peace Prize. Apartheid refers to institutionalized racial segregation. First paper making is credited to Tsai Lun of China. The first paper making is credited to Cylon of China in 105 AD. Now, the correct chronology is Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. That is the correct chronology. You can remember SPA, SPA, SPA. Whereas you can so Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. You can remember that in that order, SPA. And for here, the martyrdom of three Christian saints that you can make a mnemonic of RAT, rat. So Rome, Africa, and Turkey, RAT, rat. Right. Then we are going to books and authors. Now we already know that Annie Besant wrote Commonweal and New India, and Annie Besant also founded Central Hindu College in 1898. That's the same year when Italy and Abyssinian War had occurred, and she was the chairperson of Theosophical Society in 1907. So she became the chairperson of Theosophical Society in 1907. That is Annie Besant. Commonweal, New India. Then Bapu, My Mother was written by Manuben Gandhi. This was written by Manuben Gandhi, and India Wins Freedom was written by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Gita Rahasya was written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Gita Rahasya was written from Mandalay jail while he was in jail between 1908 to 1914. That's when he wrote Gita Rahasya. It is a commentary on Bhagavad Gita in Marathi, so it is written in Marathi. The Life Divine, The Idol of Humanity, Essays on Gita, Foundation of Indian Culture. These are 4 books that were written by Aurobindo. The Life Divine, The Idol of Humanity. So just remember The Life Divine and The Idol of Humanity, Foundation of Indian Culture. So you can remember these 3: The Life Divine, Foundation of Indian Culture, and The Idol of Humanity. These 3 books were written by Aurobindo. He was an extremist. Then Durgesh Nandini, Anandmat, Devi Chaudrani. These were written by Bankim Chandra. Very important. All of them are very important. Durgesh Nandini, Anandmat, and Devi Chaudrani. These were written by Bankim Chandra. Anandmat is based on Sannyasi rebellion and contains Vande Mataram song. Right, very important fact. Freedom at Midnight, Mountbatten and Partition of India. So these books were written by Britishers. Freedom at Midnight and Mountbatten and Partition of India. So these were written by Collins and Lapierre. Then From Curzon to Nehru was written by Durgadas. The Man Who Divided India was written by Zakaria. Hindutva, India's War of Independence was written by V.D. Savarkar. Then Indian Struggle was written by S.C. Bose. Then Indian Unrest was written by Valentin Chirol. Chirol called Tilak as the father of Indian unrest in this book. A Nation in Making was written by S.N. Banerjee. Unhappy India was written by Lala Lajpat Rai. History of Freedom Movement in India was written by Tara Chandra, one of the lesser known facts. History of Freedom of Movement in Bihar, so that was written by K.K. Datta. History of Freedom Movement in Bihar by K.K. Datta, and History of Freedom Movement in India, that was written by Tara Chandra. Then Our Indian Musalmans, this was written by Hunter. Awadh in Revolt was written by Rudrangshu, and Yugantar or Jugantar, so that is written by Barendranath. And India Divided, that was written by Rajendra Prasad. Then Springing Tiger was written by Toy. Springing Tiger is written on the life of Subhash Chandra Bose, and this was written by Toy. Springing Tiger is a book written by Toy. It is a depiction of life of Subhash Chandra Bose. Then Towards the Struggle and Prison Diaries. Jayaprakash Narayan, also known as Lok Nayak. Then America's Witness to India's Partition, that was written by Phillips. America's Witness to India's Partition. Then Jawaharlal की बायोग्राफी लिखी थी मोरेस ने, फ्रैंक मोरेस. एंड गांधी की बायोग्राफी लिखी थी लुई फिशर ने. एंड गिल्टी मैन ऑफ इंडियाज पार्टीशन एंड द व्हील ऑफ हिस्ट्री were these 2 books were written by Lohia. Guilty Man of India Partition and the Wheel of History. Guilty Man of India Partition and Wheel of History written by Lohia. Glimpses of World History and Discovery of India, Meri Kahani. This is important, Meri Kahani. This was written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Glimpses of World History and Discovery of India. These 3 were written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Meri Kahani was written by Nehru while being in Ahmednagar jail. So Meri Kahani was written by Nehru while being in Ahmednagar jail. That is very important. Captive Lady. This is a book written by Michael Madhusudan. And The Broken Wing was written by Sarojini Naidu. Gora, Gitanjali. These were written by Rabindranath Tagore. And Gitanjali was for which Rabindranath was awarded Nobel Prize. And he became the first person in entire Asia to receive a Nobel Prize in 1913. So Rabindranath Tagore, Gora, Gitanjali. The Great Divide. This was written by Hudson. It is a book on Indo-Pak partition. The Great Divide, written by Hudson. Hind Swaraj, 1909, and Young India. Actually, Gandhi also wrote Nav Jeevan, Indian Opinion. So Hind Swaraj is a book written by Gandhi. Hind Swaraj, he termed British Parliament as a sterile and prostitute. Written in 1909 in English, he wrote during his visit to South Africa from India. So, which of the books were written by Gandhi while he was en route to South Africa from India? And in that book, he termed the British Parliament as a sterile and prostitute. And this book was written in 1909, and the name of the book is Hind Swaraj. Then Bahu Vivah, Bali Vivahar Dosh, Bahu Vivah and Bali Vivahar Dosh. These were written by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Chandrakanta was written by Devkinand Khatri. Neel Darpan was written by Deenbandhu Mitra, and Devdas was written by Sarath Chandra. Geet Govind by Jaydev. History of Kashmir, I think that is. Vanguard was written by M.N. Roy, and he formed CPI in 1920 in Tashkent. And Satyarth Prakash was written by Dayanand Saraswati. Moving on, Andher Nagri Chaupat Raja and Bharat Durdasha. Andher Nagri Chaupat Raja, Bharat Durdasha, these were written by Bhartendu Harishchandra. Bharat Bharati, so that is written by Maithili Sharan Gupta, also known as Rashtrakavi. Now you can leave that. Long-term dynamics, India's struggle for independence. So we know that Bipin Chandra wrote India's struggle for independence, but he also wrote one other book which very few people know, that is Long-Term Dynamics. Mother India was written by Catherine Mayo. We have already read that. Jhanda Geet was written by Shyamlal, and Sadhana, Cult of the Chakra. So we have already studied that Gitanjali, Gora, and if there's something new that we can find here is Cult of the Chakra. We have covered that. Amar Sonar Bangla, I know that Rabindranath wrote that. Janagana Man was also written by Rabindranath. So Sadhana is something new. Gitanjali and Gora, we already know that. So Sadhana, Gitanjali, Gora, these were the books written by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath called Subhash Chandra Bose as Desh Nayak, and Rabindranath is the only poet whose poem lines from the national anthem of two countries, whose poem has lines which have formed the national anthem of two countries, India and Bangladesh. Now, Ae Mere Watan Ke Logon, these were written by Pradeep. Wrote this song for Martyrs of Indochina War. So Pradeep had written this. Pradeep had written this Ae Mere Watan Ke Logon for the Martyrs of Indochina War. Then Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara, that was written by poet Iqbal for Punjab. And Golden Threshold and Broken Wing, we have already studied Broken Wing, but Golden Threshold is also something that is written by Sarojini Naidu. Now, Landmarks of Indian Constitution, written by Guru Nihal Singh, served as the first governor of Rajasthan, Guru Nihal Singh. Landmarks of Indian Constitution, Journey Through the Kingdom of Awadh, that was written by Sleeman. Journey Through the Kingdom of Awadh. Then Economic History of India, R.C. Dutt, I know that. Struggle for Peace is Neville Chamberlain. Struggle for Peace, Neville Chamberlain. One Day Wonders, you can skip that. Cricket My Style, skip that. Pandit Devki Narayan Mishra ने क्या लिखी थी? Hati Hamir, that was written by Pandit Devki Narayan Mishra. Don't confuse Devki Nandan Khatri and Devki Narayan Mishra, these two people are different. Kajar Ki Kotri was written by Devki Nandan Khatri. The Audacity of Hope by Barack Obama. And Politics in India was written by Professor Rajni Kothari. So that is all, and yeah.